we're asked to factor this polynomial. And so if the polynomial doesn't have a number in front of the variable that's being squared, then we can jump right to the quick method. If this is a 3 though, you're going to need to use a different method, okay? Because that makes things more confounded. It's more complicated than that, okay? But since there's no number, it's just a 1 in front of x squared, we can jump right to two parentheses that start out with an x. That way, if you use FOIL or if you multiply them, x times x would make x squared, just like it's supposed to. And now the trick is to find two numbers that go here. And in order to make the multiplication work out, in order to make FOILing work out so that it turns into this, we need to find two numbers that multiply to be negative 56 and add it to be, this is a 1 here if it's not written, so that's a negative 1. They need to add it to be negative 56, they need to multiply to be negative 56 and add it to be negative 1. So you could play with some numbers. You could say, well, I know, divide by 2, maybe 28 and 2. Those multiply to be 56, but they have to add up to be negative 1. So there's definitely no way we can make that happen. And sorry, they have to multiply to be a negative 56 here, right? So you got to pick one of these to be negative and one of them to be positive. That way a negative times a negative makes a positive. So these numbers aren't going to work. If you try some other ones, maybe 56 divided by 4, that makes 14. Maybe negative 14 times 4. Negative 14 times 4 makes negative 56, but negative 14 plus 4 makes negative 10, not negative 1. So if you keep going, maybe 56 is divisible by 8. It is. 8 times 7 makes 56. How can we do negative 7? 8 times negative 7 makes negative 56, just like it's supposed to. But 8 plus negative 7 makes positive 1. It needs to be a negative 1. So let's switch the negative sign over here. Now negative 8 times 7 makes negative 56. Negative 8 plus 7 makes negative 1, just like it's supposed to. So that's our combo that needs to go here. Okay? And that's it. That's factored. So yeah, the trick is just to think about all those different numbers that you can multiply together to make this last number here. And just watch the signs. It's a negative 56. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. That's a negative 1. So when they add up, they got to make negative 1.